Hi everyone, it's me Beverly. Welcome to Life is Beautiful Challenge. And I want to start off by telling you a very profound story. The story is called Cracked Pot. And I would read the story so that I wouldn't miss anything out of the story. So the story is called The Cracked Pot. A water bearer in India had two large pots, each hung on each end of a pole, which he carried across his neck, kind of like this, a long pole across his neck. One pot on both sides, one pot on each side. One of the pots had a crack in it, and while the other pot was perfect and always delivered a full portion of water at the end of the long walk from the stream to the master's house, the cracked pot arrived only half full. For 2 full years, this went on daily, with the bearer delivering only 1.5 pots full of water in his master's house. Of course, the perfect pot was proud of its accomplishments, but the poor cracked pot was ashamed of its own imperfection and miserable that it was able to only accomplish half of what it had been made to do. After 2 years of what it perceived to be a bitter failure, it spoke to the water bearer one day by the stream. Now the cracked pot is speaking to the water bearer. I am ashamed of myself, and I want to apologize to you. Why? Asked the bearer. What are you ashamed of? I have been able for these past 2 years to deliver only half my load because of this crack in my side. It causes water to leak out all the way back to the master's house. Because of my flaws, you have to do all this work and you don't get the full value from your efforts, the pot said. The water bearer felt sorry for the old cracked pot, and in his compassion he said, "As we return home to the master's house, I want you to notice the beautiful flowers along the path." Indeed, as they went up the hill, the old cracked pot took notice of the sun warming the beautiful wildflowers on the side of the path, and this cheered him some. But at the end of the trail, it still felt bad because he had leaked out half its load. And so again, the pot apologized to the bearer for his failure. The bearer said to the pot, "Did you notice that there were flowers only on your side of your path, but not on the other pot's side? That's because I have always known about your flaw, and I took advantage of it. I planted flower seeds on your side of the path, and every day while we walk back from the stream, you've watered them. For 2 years, I have been able to pick these beautiful flowers to decorate my master's table. Without you being just the way you are, he would not have this beauty to grace his house." Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that so wonderful? What is the moral of this story, and what am I trying to tell you on my new channel? I'm simply saying this, that each and every one of us have flaws. If not one or two, we definitely have a flaw. Something that we really hate about ourselves. It might be the way you look. It might be the way you do certain things. Never mind what it is, we all have flaws. But I want to let you know that, like Paul said in Corinthians, he said, I will therefore joy in my infirmities, in my weaknesses, because in my weaknesses God is strong. So I want you to know that the very same flaw that you are worried about, it's the very same flaw that God uses to shine his strength through. So please, today, look at your flaws from a different perspective. How is God using that flaw that you think is a flaw to allow his light to shine through you? And consider this, Psalms 139 verses 14. He has made us, we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous is his work. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. God has not made a mistake when he made you, flaws and all. Well, that's it for today. I want to thank you so much for joining me on my new channel. Life is beautiful. And remember, God loves you. Bye now.
Just do what you love and do it for day. You can do, and at times it'll feel just like when it rains, it pours. You will see